All right, let's do this. First thing we want to do is get this hub off. And there's 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that fell out pretty easy. All right. Okay, there's the hub. Set that to one side. So let's free up this. The valve stem looks like that first one's pretty loose. That one's pretty loose as well. That's a good idea to get this valve cap off, and we'll get this valve out of here so that we got no air restriction on that tube. Oh, there's no pressure there. I didn't hear any air coming out of there. There's those nuts that hold on the valve stem. Okay, freed up. Let's get these nuts off. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. That is on there pretty tight. You know, you can see that the tire's stuck pretty hard to that rim. Okay, so here we are. We got to resort to the vise, and I think this is absolutely 100% the best way to go. It gives us enough clamping power that we can compress the tire off of the rim, at least in one spot. And once this thing's locked in, we can get enough power with both our hands to wiggle this rim or half of the rim off. This is how we're gonna beat this thing. See that? That grinding is the 2 rim halves moving against each other inside there. So we've got looseness and we've got a gap here. So whenever we can use lube, that's the way to go. Lube is king, right? Get lube in the crack. Always lube the crack. And just work our way around. And you can see we're working the angle, tipping it out. We can't pull the whole thing off straight out with brute force. We're going to use the angle just little bits at a time. There, heard it pop. Patience and angle is the key. You're going a millimeter at a time. Don't forget the lube. Okay, so that's that side. Next thing is to get this tube out of there. So now we got this other half, and you would think that thing would just fall out of there. We're not so lucky. It's wedged in just as tight as the other side. But we do have the advantage of being able to get some lube on the back side, which when the other side was in, we couldn't do very well. Same thing applies. We're just gonna secure the tire in the vise, get it nice and tight. And because we're not saving the tire, we can be brutal here. Just crush it. So now, all we got to do, just get a little wedge in there. Let's see if we can get something started right here. Yep, got it started. Now we got a huge crack exposed here, just like a plumber working on your sink. She's coming. Look at the ice already. It's actually a really nice day out there. It's not that bad. It's probably, I don't know, minus 15. So that lube is starting to freeze up a little bit. No big deal. Just work our way around. There, look at that. We got a nice chunk on that one. Then when you look at that, you think, how's that thing still stuck? Why doesn't it just pop out? Well, it's such a tight fit. The tolerance is ridiculously tight. There you go. Just that easy. I mean, it looks a little more difficult than it really is. We're in a freezing room. There's a lot of ice building up and kind of holding that thing in place, but really it's not that bad. Okay, now that we got these split rims out of the tire, you can see here how grungy they are and how sort of rough that rust is built up on there. See that? That's what made it so hard to get these rims out of the tire. It was just gripping with rust and just the roughness of these rims. So part of the program now is going to be to clean these things up. We'll put them to the bench grinder, put a wire wheel to it and make them real smooth so that the installation process goes that much better. Another thing to consider here is if you can take a close look, you can see that this half or this side of the rim is different depth than this one. This one housed the brake housing and where the inner tube went in. So take note of that when you're putting it back together. They're not the same. This one's a little deeper, this one's a little thinner. But anyway, next thing up, we got to clean these up. Let's do that. Okay, we got these rims taken care of. They're looking pretty good. I mean, they're not quite as smooth as a turkey in a trash bag, but they're pretty close, so we're good with the rims. Next thing we gotta look at is the tire. How can we prep the tire? Now, first thing I recommend is getting the tire nice and warm, because it's better if it's pliable. When they're out in the cold and all froze up, you can't do anything when they're just like wood. So get this thing nice and pliable. However you gotta do it. You can immerse them in some water, lean them against the heater. If it's sunny out your way, leave it outside, get some sun on it. Whatever you gotta do. You could even put it in an oven. I mean, you're not gonna bake the thing, you know, just embarrass it a bit. Just gotta make it pliable. That's the whole program. Just make it nice and pliable. Now I wanna use the big side, or the thick side first, the part that has the hole for the tube. And I'm planning on just pressing that in. But we can aid the process by getting some grease on there. There is tire grease that you can put on the inside of this edge. And I would say right here, this is where you want to do it, on the inside edge. You don't want to put it on this flat side here, because when the rim is inside there, you don't want grease and stuff on that surface, so that if you were able to apply enough torque to that tire, you don't want that rim spinning inside the tire. It'll tear the tube apart. Now, where do you get the grease? You can buy this stuff, but if you're nice to the tire guy at the local mechanic shop, whatever, most of these guys are pretty good. They're just gonna give you a big dollop of the stuff. Go in there with a little cup, tell them what you're up to. They're gonna be like, hey man, here you go. And they're gonna slather a big chunk of it in a yogurt cup for you. So if not, you can actually just use Windex like what we've been using. Just don't use oil. Oil's not the thing. It just never dries up, and it'll just be, I don't think oil mixes with rubber too good. So just don't do that, and just see if you can find this stuff. And just a little bit, you don't need much. And you're just gonna apply a little bit on that inside edge right there, so that the rim actually just slips in easy. Whenever there's a friction point that you gotta take care of, lube is absolute key. Now, if you want, you could put it on the edge of the tire or rim right here, but again, don't put it on this surface right here. You see that? You don't want to put it on this surface, okay? You just want to put it right in this edge. I don't know if I get a good grip or a good view of that right there. All the way around. Now let's see how easy this thing presses in. You saw how hard it was to get the rim out. Let's see if it's any easier going in. And again, you got to angle this thing in, just work your way in with it, little bits at a time. I don't know if you can see that, but that's almost all the way in. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go with that. Now see how much gap we got here to slip the tube in? We can pry it up and just jam that tube in there. I got a brand new tube. This is a 3.5 by 8. They're not very expensive. This one doesn't have any nuts to secure it to the rim, which I don't know. Be nice if it did, but it doesn't. If it's wrinkly like this, you can jam it in easy enough, but it's not going to get out of the way. When you slam the other half in, there's more likelihood of you pinching this thing. And so a couple things we're gonna do. One is to powder the tire a little bit. Give it a little bit of baby powder. A little baby powder, that'll help. Once we get it in there, we'll start putting some air in it so that it isn't wrinkled. It'll just start, you don't have to pump it right up, but you just want that thing to take form and take the wrinkles out so it's not gonna get pinched. So here's the tricky bit. We gotta line up this valve stem with the hole. So let's see where that is. We're gonna shove it in and curl it out. Some guys will do the tongue, this one. Oh yeah. And you just shove that guy in there. But you can see how it's kind of folding, wrinkling. It's hard to get that guy just to sit nice. See how there's a flap of tube? And you can imagine, if you tried to put this other half in there, there's a good chance you're gonna pinch that tube against this other half. So, smart money says, let's inflate this a little bit to pull that tube into the body of the tire. Let's try that. There we go. Now we're doing something. Now you can see that tire. You should see it start to fill. There we go. Okay. So now there's a good chance, if you can see that or not. I'm trying every camera angle here. One of them's gonna get it. There's 4 cameras going. Gotta get one to pick it up. All right, so let's get that off. Okay, so now we got that out of there, and you can see the tube is perfectly sucked back into the tire, and there isn't much chance that when we put this piece on that it will get pinched between the 2 halves because it's just inflated enough to pull away. So good in theory, let's go with it. Let's just go with that. Next up, let's grease it up. You want to slip it in, you need more lube. Hey-o! Right, are you on board with that? You know what I'm talking about. Anytime you're gonna slip it in, you need a lot of lube, baby. That's looking pretty good. Same thing, we can give this inner part of the rim, give it a little tickle of grease. You don't have to be too crazy with the stuff. You know, obviously we want these holes to line up so we can slip the bolts in. Look at that. Man, oh man, that is good. I'm pretty confident that if we just put the bolts in, suck that down, there's no way that that tube is gonna be able to pinch between the 2 halves. There's no way. It's too far away from the surface of the inside of that rim. So I think we're good. Those are good. We should be able to seat this bead here with just the tire pump. Let's see if that does it. Got that. Let's see if it actually seats this thing. All right. Oh yeah. Yep, starting to push it in. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got that bead seated nicely. I think that'll be good for now. Okay, there you go. Straight and true. That thing's still holding there, at least for now. So we'll go call that a win. All right, so now all we gotta do is go finish the back wheel and we're good to go. All right, I got stuff to do. See ya. Oh, still here? Nice. Hey, if the seat on your little Z50 is all messed up and you were interested in maybe trying to fix it, you might want to check out this video right here. You might be glad you did. All right, got stuff to do. See ya.